All right, facilitators, you are now at session 4. This is a session that's starting with a value that we are familiar with. This is compassionate and courageous contending. We've done that before in other sessions. And so hopefully you understand how to articulate that and put that and understand how that is going to drive everything that you do in this particular session. This session, you want to make sure now you've been going for a little while. And so you know that there are probably a couple of folks in your group that are a little quieter than others. And so in this session, if you haven't done it already, we want to look for ways to include maybe some of those who have been a little bit more quiet than others. You can do that by asking them to read the key verse out loud, maybe even do the prayer, maybe read a section from the curriculum or read a question. It just gets them using their voice in the space and makes them feel like they're contributing and allows other people to see that that they need to make space for these folks because they may bring something to the crew and to the discussion that wasn't there before. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. And that's a hard thing for people sometimes to take on some of those leadership roles, but you want to continue to encourage them that they're doing a good thing, that their perspective and their input is necessary and wanted. So you want to make sure you're looking at that this time. The idea of white privilege comes up in this particular session, and that's sometimes a hard thing for people to hear, especially if they've never really explored that before. And so you may have to kind of massage a little bit as you go through and help people through that and think about that. If you need extra material for how to explain that concept, you can go to our website, wearethreaded.org, check out the resource page. We've got some books there. A great one is White Awake by Daniel Hill, Why Are the Black Kids Sitting Together in the Cafeteria by Beverly Tatum. There's some great resources, and you can always check out our podcast colored commentary that deals with that subject as well, I think for 2 episodes. So if you're having issue and you need to go a little further, we've got some resources for you there. As you get into this one, the thing that I think I want to point out about this is on the very end, there's an experience that we put here. And the experience is to go on Facebook and post something maybe controversial and then practice having conversation, good, productive conversation with anyone who maybe has a differing opinion that comments on your post. This can be scary, but one of the things that it does, and you should remind people of, is you're going to find yourself in racial conversations all the time. And to be able to have the freedom to hear something, let it trigger you, and then calm yourself down and be able to write back and then edit what you're going to write, maybe let other people see it. It's just a great way to practice thinking in ways that are reconciliatory as opposed to maybe the way we thought before. And so I want you to encourage your group to do that. And hopefully if you need examples of that, you can always contact our facilitator coaches and they can point you to printouts of conversations that we've seen in the past, and so that would be a great tool for you to pass on to your group. Again, as a facilitator, it's hard to keep this going, so make sure that you are practicing self-care, that you are able to communicate with others who may be facilitating, and really allowing yourself to vent and really taking a look at your own triggers as you go through these sessions, okay? And constantly put prayer in your life before you do this, during and after. You're going to need that to survive through this because this is a tough thing, but you can do it. I know you can because people have done it before you. So thank you so much for doing this. We'll see you in session 5.